Award recipients, family and friends, please be upstanding for the arrival of Her Excellency, the Honourable Linda Dessau, Governor of Victoria, and Mr Anthony Howard.
Please be seated. I acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are meeting. I pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and the Aboriginal elders of other communities who may be here today. Your Excellency, I invite you to present the Honours and Awards in the Order of Australia. To be members in the General Division, Dr. Jeffrey MacDonald Knight, for significant service to professional dental associations and to the community. Dr. Heather Gwen Mack, for significant service to ophthalmology, particularly to professional colleges. Ms. Marie Ann McCabe, for significant service to people living with Alzheimer's and dementia and to the aged care sector. Ms. Fiona McCormack, for significant service to victims of crime and to the prevention of family violence. Mr. Peter Godfrey McMullen, for significant service to business, to the law and to the community. Mr. Clive Ian Scott, for significant service to the hotel accommodation industry and to the arts. Mr. Valence Gary Simmons, for significant service to the building and construction industry and to charitable initiatives. Mr. Graham William Sinclair, for significant service to accountancy, to business and to the not-for-profit sector. To receive the Medal of the Order of Australia in the General Division, Mr. Paul William Hammett, for service to the community through pastoral care. Mr. Brian Edward Hanley, for service to secondary education. Sister Adele Howard, for service to the Catholic Church of Australia and to the community. Mr. Edvard Krenchevich, for service to football. Mrs. Jennifer Duggan Leaper for service to aged welfare. Dr. Richard John Leaper for service to aged welfare. Ms. Felicity Marlowe for service to the community through social welfare organisations. Mr. Tom McCulloch for service to the gallery sector. Mrs. Mari Margaret McIntosh for service to veterans and to the community. Mr. Phong Thaddeus Aloysius Nguyen for service to the Vietnamese community. Mrs. Helen Patsika Theodorou for service to the community of Hume. Mrs. Julie Ann Paul for service to community health. Dr. Chaim Barry Rawicki for service to medicine as a rehabilitation specialist. Ms. Brenda Coralie Richards for service to the community through social welfare organisations. Mrs. Sylvia May Ridgway for service to the community of Kuirup. Mr. Ian Hunter Sandell for service to youth through Scouts. Professor Melissa Caroline Southey for service to epidemiology and precision medicine. Would you please join the Governor and Mr Howard in once again congratulating all of today's recipients. Your Excellency, I now invite you to address us.
Well, let me start by acknowledging all our distinguished guests and, of course, the traditional owners of the land on which we're gathering. And I want to pay my respects to their elders past and present, and to any elders who might be with us from other communities today. Tony and I are absolutely delighted to be welcoming you here to Government House. We've yearned to be able to gather just like this, and it's been our priority in coming back in the reopening to acknowledge the work of some of our finest Victorians with the investiture of these Australian honours. As a group, you, our honours recipients, represent different parts of our state, different sectors and different disciplines and backgrounds too. Many of you I know were born in this lucky country, and you've contributed your ingenuity and your hard work to ensure that its many bounties are extended to more of your fellow Australians, and in many instances I know further afield as well. Some of you came to Australia having given up much in the hope of new opportunities for yourselves and your families, or like me, your parent or parents made that very long voyage. And by your special efforts, you've enriched your family's adopted country. I don't think you need me to tell you that the past 18 months or so have been trying, and there have been moments that have tested us both as a state and as individuals. But I have to say, as I look at you this morning and I reflect on the citations that we've heard here today, I feel optimistic. I know that the success of our nation and of our state lies in its people. Indeed, it's a recognition as old as democracy itself. Plato having imagined that individual citizens are like the brains, the limbs and the organs of the state, contributing to its life overall. Well, each one of you, in your different ways, has shown the power of the individual to contribute to the life of our state and to make our community better and stronger. And today gives us the chance to recognise you, to show our gratitude and to quite simply say a heartfelt thanks to each one of you. And it is important that we do that. You inspire us, and I know that you will inspire others too. And for these important reasons, I am going to ask a couple of things of you today. First, please do wear your award pins after this. Wear them often, wear them proudly, and rest assured that it's not an act of boastfulness in any way at all. In fact, to the contrary, it will help to start conversations and it will inspire others to emulate you. And as well as all of that, it will hopefully encourage them to nominate other worthy people. Our awards system is at its absolute best when it's able to recognise the full diversity of our state and our nation, and we depend on the breadth of nominations to achieve that. My second request of you is this, and I know that many of you will find this harder, And I know that from the conversations I have when you're in the process of being invested, and many of you are very quick to tell me about all the other people who should be thanked rather than you. So let me just stop you right there and say, although I have no doubt that you will have had much support around you, both in your work and personally, and I'm sure that many of your best supporters are likely to be here with you today, I ask you to accept that today is all about you. I urge you not to feel shy or embarrassed about that in any way. I just want you to take the time while you're here at Government House and wherever you go, hopefully to keep celebrating in the circumstances that you're able right now. I just want you to take the time to reflect proudly on this recognition of all that you've done for Australia and how, in the words of Victoria's state motto, you've contributed to our peace and prosperity. And finally, we really hope that you've enjoyed the occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Would you please stand for the first verse of the Australian National Anthem and remain standing for the departure of the Governor and Mr Howard. And please join heartily in the singing.
Australians are